Hi, I'm Dr. Logan, and you're watching Soup for the Soul. OPS parents and community, thank you for joining us for another edition of Soup for the Soul. Each month we record this podcast to help keep you up to date on our district happenings. This month we're joining you from King Science and Technology Magnet Center, home of the Wildcats, and I have met some wonderful students. We're here with Principal Carrie Rath, who shared some gee whiz facts with us about all the great work happening at King Science. Here, students have the opportunity to take advantage of STEM activities like Vex Robotics, coding, and drone competitions. Did you know that King Science is the only middle school in the state of Nebraska with its very own planetarium? And that's where I am right now, in the planetarium here at King Science. This is my third visit to King Science since I came here to Omaha, and this is my first time in the planetarium, so I'm thrilled to be here. Nearly 700 middle school students learn about astronomy and celestial activities inside an educational theater that enhances their science and technology learning experience. The school recently launched a healthcare and zoo academy in partnership with Creighton Academy, UNMC, and the Henry Dorley Zoo. Everyone, winter weather is upon us in October, and OPS recently announced some updates to our winter weather procedures we want to make sure all of you are aware of. We've been making preparations to accommodate a 2-hour late start or a 2-hour early release for our normal school day should winter weather strike during the normal early morning hours, or if we see a storm headed our way during the evening hours. We recently sent home communication providing additional details on our procedures for late start and early release days. Families, please be sure to look for and read the email, and please pay attention to our reminders as we share them on our social media site. If we are in school already, we will not announce an early closure. Early closures would be announced prior to the start of the school day. That's a very important thing for parents to know and to not be concerned about those early closures. As for late starts, we will announce those late starts the evening before to the degree that it's possible, but there may be an opportunity or a circumstance where we have to announce it the morning of. In any case, any announcements would be made by 5 a.m. We know every minute of instruction matters for our students, so if we can welcome students for most of the day while allowing extra time for travel when appropriate, we value having these options in our winter weather toolkit to use in addition to school cancellations. As always, safety is our priority and will be the focus of any winter weather related decision this season. Thank you to our community for their very strong support for our attendance efforts, Strive for 95, and our 10,000 Villagers campaign. We are not daily beggars who go from door to door, but we are neighbors' children whom you have seen before. That song reminds us what we need to do to support our community members. We are one Omaha community, and some of our young people need hats and gloves and scarves, so please make sure that if you are able, that you donate to the Omaha Public Schools Foundation website. You have until the end of this week to donate. Then we will be ordering all of the hats and gloves for our young people and scarves to make sure they have them. Super special shout out to Walnut Hill Elementary. They've got somebody there who has crocheted all of these scarves, and they're sitting on a table for students to take. Great work, Principal Rocky Parker and your team. Want to make sure that you get the recognition you deserve. Our goal is to ensure that no student goes without winter weather gear and protection this year. We know many of our students walk to school or catch the bus, and we want to band together to make sure that they are all dressed warm and snugly, waiting to get to their schools. As we focus on school attendance, let's make sure none of our students are late to school or miss the bus for lack of appropriate winter weather gear. We're calling the effort 10,000 Villagers as we honor the strong support of our entire Omaha community. Our strategic plan of action work continues. Future Labs number 2 has been held and is finished. We are now actively writing our plan, looking forward to a launch in January of 2020. You will see 2 plans. You'll see a public plan, about 6 pages, and then we'll have our tactical plans for each of our divisions that we'll update every year to make sure that we are staying on target. We have looked at trends that we know we need to be prepared for and planning our work so that we can prepare our students and our community for the next decade. And we're very excited about that work. Each of the 2 sessions of the Futures Labs included around 40 staff members, teachers, administrators, parents, and community stakeholders. They were all actively engaged in looking at futures. They looked at some futures that were positive, they looked at some futures that were not as positive, and that helped them really give feedback to the team and to me around what needs to be in our strategic plan of action. We're super excited about that. To stay updated with the latest happenings here at OPS, follow me on Twitter at my official Twitter handle at OPS_Logan Suit. Here at King Science, it's Mrs. Mitchell's birthday. In the front office, she runs that front office like a general. I just tweeted out a happy birthday message to her. We wish her a happy, happy birthday. We're halfway through the semester and looking forward to continued positive momentum for our students as we approach the second half of the school year. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. You just watched Sup For The Soul.